to security. Took about 8 minutes to get through. And they are temporarily doing Christmas in July here. A lot of people heading to the water park. I'm going to Oscar's Wacky Taxi. Okay, well, never mind. Oscar's Wacky Taxi is closed. And the crowd is more than it was on the Sunday that I came a couple years ago. So, grabbed a couple rides on Vapor Trail and then just headed out. Even if they do wait till like noon, or even if they're going to open it in 15 minutes at 11 o'clock, still, by the time they get a lot of these people into the park, Oscar's Wacky Taxi will have like an hour-long line. So, yeah, I'm bailing. Just going to go to Dorney Park instead. So, back at Dorney Park. Got here after about an hour, 40 minutes after opening. We'll see how busy it is. But, wow. School buses as far as the eye can see. There are so many school groups here. I did not know that they were still going to school in July around here, but apparently they are. Grand Carnival starting this weekend. I think I should have come on a weekend. Probably would be less busy. Hydra's line wasn't too bad. It grew a lot once I got into it. So I may come back later. I would say Hydra is still my second favorite floorless coaster, behind Bizarro. I rode Bizarro yesterday, confirmed that that's definitely my favorite. Hydra's my second favorite, but for a very different reason. Hydra is not intense. Unless you count that JoJo roll out of the station as intense, because a slow-moving inversion with hang time. But the straight drop gives good airtime in the back. You also have another airtime moment later on in the ride, which is pretty weak airtime on that one, but hey, something's better than nothing. A lot of most floorless coasters don't have any airtime. This one has a few moments, including the 0G roll. The inversions are good. It's got a slight rattle. It's not bad at all. It's a B&M. It's got to have a rattle. Yeah, that's the 0G roll. And then you do the corkscrew the other direction. It never feels super fast or intense. It's just a lot of fun, and the inversions are all good. And it's such a unique layout. That's why I really like it. Very different from all other floorless coasters. It was a 20-minute wait to get on Talon. And I'm not sure if I like this or Hydra more. Hydra's just so unique and interesting. Talon is different for an invert, but the elements are still kind of the same. It's got some intense moments with the inversions at the beginning and the low-to-the-ground turns at the end, and some pacing issues in the middle there. But overall, it's really good. It's fairly smooth. It's got a little bit of a rattle. It's a B&M, of course it does, but it wasn't bad. Yeah, around here is where you notice the loss of speed. It picks it up again on the other side with the low-to-the-ground turns, and I would say I stick by what I say, that this is a middle-of-the-pack invert. Still better than Afterburn. I said that Afterburn was better than this before. No, this is better than Afterburn. And to clarify, Afterburn is a good ride. It's just nothing special. Afterburn and Talon are both middle-of-the-pack inverts, but Talon's better. And also, I'd say Talon's operations are way better than Afterburn. Afterburn runs one train with very slow operations. Talon's running 2 trains. They aren't quick, but they're not super slow either.
As a reminder, Dorney Park is not responsible for lost or stolen articles. Once seated, pull down on your shoulder bars and fasten your seatbelt. Arrive, turn around, check your...
So Steel Force, same as I remember, definitely the best of the 200-foot Morgan Hypers. Well, excluding Phantom's Revenge, of course, and Superman in Mexico. It'd be easier to say the 3 Cedar Fair Morgan Hypers, this is easily the best. It actually has airtime, unlike Mamba and Wild Thing. And depending if you're in the back or the front, you'll get airtime on different hills at different strengths. So you might as well just try both. They're both good. Nothing world class, nothing mind-blowing, but it's good airtime. And the trains hold 36 people, so the line moves quick. Yeah, that was kind of lame, and it was a little rough and pretty boring, no airtime. And it took 30 minutes. The line crawls. Okay, so there is a second Chickies and Pete's location here at Dorney Park. You got the one that's the fine dining location, and then the one that's more regular. You just go up, order, and pick up your food, sit down. I don't know why there's a fine dining Chickies and Pete's, that's weird. Well, this was a decent visit. I didn't get to spend the whole day here, but most of the day. I got here an hour and a half late. And got to ride everything I wanted to, at least once. And even though there was a big crowd here today, the lines weren't too terrible considering how many school buses there were here and how crowded the park seemed. The lines weren't nearly as bad as they could have been. So that kind of made up for it. But I was holding off until I had a weekday visit here to determine. And yeah, I think I would put this near the bottom of the Cedar Fair parks. I would put Valley Fair below. I'd put Valley Fair below because it was more packed, and I feel like the quality of rides are about equal. Michigan's Adventure, my day was amazing, so I put it ahead of both those. And Worlds of Fun is my home Cedar Fair park, so I got a special place in my heart for it, and also I've always had a great time there. Lines have never been terrible. And plus, I think their ride lineup is better than any of those other parks that I mentioned. But that's it for Dorney Park. Probably won't be back until they get something new. If I'm in the area, I'd rather do Hershey or Great Adventure. I have moved forward, it's been 15 minutes, I've moved forward about 4 car lengths. I put up with this on a Saturday when I was here before because I just figured that was a huge crowd, but this is a weekday. I don't even care if you're getting this big a crowd on weekdays, you gotta have more exits open. I had hardly any distance to drive at all, and it took me 30 minutes to get to this point. A single lane to leave Dorney Park. Get all the credits and leave early so that you don't get caught up in this mess. But wow, I will never, if I do come back, it'll only be because I have something new, and I will leave early. 45 minutes later, and I am free and clear.